Hello out there in cryptocurrency land. Welcome back to Real Crypto, where we take the market one leg at a time while keeping the market cycle in mind. And we're going to start today's analysis with a naked chart and on the daily time frame. This Bitcoin action here does look very healthy, very bullish. We will go upward for the foreseeable future, and we can't see very far in the future. So that just kind of tells you exactly how confident I am in this bull run. It is a good bull run, and we'll get to the analysis here. So, coming down from 20,000, everyone seems really happy at 60, at about basically 7,000. If you're part of the power hour, hopefully all of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, bought down towards 6,400, where was our entry point for the power hour. If not, hopefully you at least got in something before the pop to 7,400. If you missed the pop altogether at this particular level, there is some room left to go, but I don't know exactly how much overall that we will actually get to. So let's get to some charting. First things first, let's kind of chart our resistance from this pop. We have to know where we can possibly go up to, and we're pretty close to that resistance level. We also have to know where we can go down to if we do fail this level. And well, downward we know we can't go much further, but from a stopping perspective from the daily chart, you would probably look at something under these lows at about the 6,100 level, 6,075. This is your most recent area of support on the daily time frame. Obviously, diving down to the 2-hour, we can find different areas for support, but at this particular point in time, it's 60.75, I believe, is right about where that low is. So we have a lot more risk to the downside than we do have gains to the upside. I am not of the opinion that this confirms the market bottom in Bitcoin and we go on higher to bigger and better things, greener pastures, Lambos and moons for everyone. That is generally not how these bear markets end. Bear markets typically end when everyone's given up hope, and there weren't too many people giving up hope down here. There was still at least half the Bitcoin community that thought that we were going to turn around and go bullish, and they all feel pretty happy right now. And that's generally when things tend to go wrong for those individuals. So taking the step back, what we do see here is increased volume. Absolutely. I do like the run. I am invested. I'm participating in the rally, but I don't think this will be the hodl position that everyone hopes it will be. Now, as you saw in my last full video, I did the Real Crypto, Real Quick, Real Update. That was kind of fun. I've been wanting to do that for a while. It just sounds fun to say because I say real a lot. So this general level here, so actually before I do this, I kind of skipped a step. I'm sure you guys know about the inverted head and shoulders pattern between here and here and here. We can draw a very well defined neckline pretty much horizontally here at about the 6350 level, I believe it is. And our break up point, our target takes us right to about 7,900. It's 7,900 and change is what it is, if I can get this, about right. And you can see it takes us actually does take us right up to this line, a little bit past it. It actually takes us slightly past the trend line. And this probably would get a ton of people bullish in Bitcoin and would trap it for a big reversal. So you're probably saying, Randy, you're full of crap. This is good volume. The bottom's in. Everything looks hunky-dory. Well, let me introduce you, my friends, to this little thing I like to call history. Yes, 2014. No, we're not out of the bear cycle yet. And this is another point where I just want to show you what can happen. My premise is not based on this situation. It's just something that is in the charts that I'm poking at here. There's an inverted head and shoulders at this particular point. Not as well formed as the one that we have, but still an extremely valid head and shoulders. There's your neckline. There's your breakout point. There's your pretty nice volume. Not exponentially good volume, but pretty nice volume. Sorry, I'm trying to find out actually, that looks really good. So big up thrust, just like we had today, guys. Just like we had today. Big up thrust, really good volume. A little bit of continuation, breaking a trend line. Now, this is kind of an arbitrary trend line that I drew. I was trying to see if something would really break us out, and I just basically took all these tops right here and drew the trend line based off of that. And what happened here is I'm pretty sure what may happen in the short-term future is that we get the pop, and we go higher. Maybe if we go higher towards that $8,000 level, At that time, we need to see if bears come in. We need to see if bears slap us back down. So that's going to be the test. The volume looks pretty good here recently, but you can see, history has told us here with a nicely formed inverted head and shoulders. Now, this isn't a horizontal head and shoulders. The left shoulder was higher than the right shoulder. That's nothing crazy significant. Technically, this means that the action was weaker. All right, this does mean the action was weaker. I will give you guys that. But bouncing higher here and an immediate reversal on higher volume. So, and it did close all the way up here. There still was time to exit. You didn't have to sell it exactly at the high, which is pretty difficult to do. But it did fall over, and pretty much no one could believe what was going on. Took out these lows, and that ended up with our ultimate capitulation at the 150 level in Bitcoin. So there is a possibility that we are getting towards a capitulation, yes, using this as an example, but really more of a psychological example than anything else, not necessarily. So if you view this from a price perspective, this went down 44%, give or take 45% from this low. Going down 45% in Bitcoin right now would put us down in the 3,200 level. That seems pretty low to me, but for a spike low, anything can happen, especially with Bitcoin. So here we are in a situation where we have a very nice upward candle here, although it's not nearly the most aggressive going back into recent history. Ever since we started having lower volume here, we still have higher volume candles that are selling candles, but again, very good candle. I don't think you sell this yet. There is more move. There's more movement in this move, in my opinion, going higher. But I do think as we get upwards towards this trend line, towards the 8,000 level, you need to keep your eye out for a big reversal in case it comes. In case it comes, it may not. It may not come. We've actually had several situations in recent history where we've had double tops. We had a double top here. We had a double top here. We could even end up in a situation where we double top here again. Maybe we come lower, test the trend line, and then fail again. I don't know. These are all arbitrary situations. In the end, you have to be ready for the price action at the level. And this is why it's so difficult to just blanket call out, this is the level, because the market does really crazy things, ladies and gentlemen. Like up here when we were sub 10,000, it looked like we were setting up to actually break the 10,000 level is what this looked like. This looked like a bull flag. We did have this big outlying red bar, which did show some general big weakness in the market, and that's kind of proved to be the killer, in my opinion, as far as why we rolled over this huge red candle here. And look for something similar over here. Let's look for signs of big sellers. Let's look for reversal signals, because if you guys have a profit up here, we don't want it to go away. But at the same time, we don't want to arbitrarily sell our positions with the possibility that we roll over, because, again, I don't necessarily believe that we're done going down. Nothing really in the cards proves that. Even if we go up here to the 7,900 level, it still is a very nice case for just another series of lower highs. This doesn't mean that we're bullish, okay? Just doesn't mean that we're bullish. It's a very nice pop. I'm making money on it, but it doesn't mean we're 100% done and out of the bear market. This would be fairly abnormal, although there is definitely a chance that it works out. And the reason that it may work out, is because it is a bit of a different market than it was in 2013. Mt. Gox, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even talking about Mt. Gox. What I'm referring to is the sentiment, the general bullishness around the community. The Bitcoin community is pretty robust. It's very broad now. It's global, even more so than it was in 2013. I don't think people were really transacting with it back in 2013, 2014 timeframe. It was kind of still an anomaly, kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? It was kind of something fun that people had that thought was cool. Now people actually see legitimate value. It's on Forex, it's on futures. There's all this stuff going on with it. I'm not a believer in news. If you follow me for any period of time, you probably know that. I do not believe in that news can hype things up. But I do wholeheartedly believe that price action does show actual sentiment in the marketplace. With a very well-formed head and shoulders at the bottom, moving higher on volume. If the volume can increase from here, as such, and can maintain good volume, then there is a good possibility that this is the bottoming area right here. There's a good possibility of that. You know, if we were to go sideways from here for a couple of months and then start to curl upward and out of this, that would be the healthiest scenario for Bitcoin, in my opinion. We're not going to go straight for a moonshot, guys. We're well away from an extremely healthy market like that. Markets generally don't V out of a parabolic move. It is, I cannot think of an example off the top of my head. It is on my to-do list to go do examinations of pretty much every parabolic move I can get my hand on to see if that's the case. I just haven't had the time yet. So look for that video in the future of all of that analysis. But, you know, generally, if this is the bottom, we're going to go up, we're going to be healthy, and we're going to start having better action. So we can go to the 2-hour chart to see what better action looks like. We've been on the daily this entire time. This is the 2-hour chart, right? Look at all this green volume right here. Lots of green volume coming into the marketplace. Now, this is TradingView. This is Coinbase. This volume is wrong. So let me go over here to Coinigy. If you guys did not know, the TradingView chart using Coinigy has incorrect volume, which is why I don't use them generally. Oh, and it looks the exact same. Interesting. Why is this? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is not normal. This is not what I have seen. But anyway, so big. Oh, you know why? Because I was mobile when this pop took place. Excuse me. I apologize. I was mobile when this pop took place. I liked this volume. I like this volume even better. So this is healthy price action, where you have kind of the failure to pull back. If you remember my Real Crypto Real Quick update, you know, we fail to pull back at all during Bitcoin bull market. So if we see those failures to pull back, if we see steady upward progression as we get higher here, that would be very indicative of bullish behavior. If you remember, as we were coming down here, this was pretty healthy market action for Bitcoin. This was very healthy market action for Bitcoin. If we can mirror this minus this action, we'll probably be okay. But if we mirror this and then start to see these big sell-offs on big volume, and then, you know, get weak volume as we get back towards new highs again, that would be where you would start to get bearish. Absolutely, I would start to get bearish at that particular point in time. But so let's zoom out and kind of view this in comparison. We're looking right about there. So okay, so here's that big spike. Here's the run up towards the 10,000 area. You can see we had one big spike. Here we have a couple of smaller spikes. Okay, but I think this is more organic volume than I think it is short covering. And although I haven't done the analysis on that yet, but if we can maintain super high volume levels up here, that would be extremely bullish, and that would kind of precede this movement. But otherwise, we may just end up stopping. And there's a couple levels we can stop at, even if we don't make it up there. Could be that we've topped already and we come up here and double top and roll over. All right, the trend line that I have here coincides with the breakdown point from this particular setup. So this is a place we can break down from right there. All right, anytime you break down from a level, it is always susceptible to breakdowns again, because there's always more Bitcoin to sell. So we're susceptible at the 75.50 level to another breakdown. And if you notice, we stopped just shy of that, if you notice that. So we're either going to consolidate to blow through that and head up here towards the 7,900, 8,000 level, or we're going to double top and roll over. And I think the volume will really tell us where to go in that particular circumstance. So two good pops on Bitcoin. The higher pop gave us the top so far. It looks like we're kind of heading higher right now in Bitcoin, as a matter of fact, as I'm recording this video. So you can see on the 15-minute time frame, very nice little bull flag setup. Nothing wrong with this whatsoever. So again, on the short-term time frame, looking good. On the bigger time frame, looking good. But we still have to be on the lookout for a reversal. I'm not calling for you to sell your Bitcoin, but I'm calling you to play caution with this market and protect the profits that you have. If you have stops, maybe move them up a little bit. Move them up. I don't know exactly what your individual trading plan is, but if you want to leave a comment and let me know, I can kind of give you my opinion based on your trading plan. Again, just my opinion, not financial advice. I don't do financial advice, guys. This is an education channel, okay? This is an entertainment channel, okay? No financial advice here. Get that through your head. So anyway, gone long enough on Bitcoin. Action is very good. I do enjoy it. Inverted head and shoulders, yay. Breakout, yay. Coming up to the target, yay. We'll see what happens up here. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me in this super long video. If you did like this video and all the analysis I do, this is Very similar to what I do every single day in the Power Hour. You can join us there on my website, real-crypto.com. Please check it out, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.